Hi learners, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah,
Hi,
fine,
Sanjay.
thanks.
Very good. How are you?
Yeah, fine, thanks. I can see everyone. Okay. Good morning, everyone. And we are here to hold the session on how to make T accounts and trial balance. So you remember our previous session about the golden rule of accounting and the how to record the transactions, right?
Yes.
Okay, so today we will be using that rule to record the transactions in the T accounts and then to the trial balance. But the today's session will have the structure of very simple structure. Like I will explain the concepts, then I will show you how to record the transactions and then give you some examples, then some sample transactions, then you will practice the transaction, recording the transactions in the T accounts with me, and then you'll have a short quiz at the end. Okay, is that okay?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. And always feel free to ask me any questions if you don't understand anything. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So now I will share my screen with you. It has a PowerPoint file with some slides. So I will share my screen. Okay. Everybody can see my screen?
Yes.
Everyone, Tasina, Mutasina?
Yes.
Okay. So this, the first slide, let me give you the slideshow. Okay, okay. So this is the T account. So it looks like a T. So the T account is like this, the debit and credit on two sides. Left side is the debit and right side is the credit. And the T account has the account name as its title. And then you can see at the bottom, there is a thing called balance. So if when you record all the transactions and you work out the balance, then the T account will show the balance and then it will help you to transfer that balance to the trial balance. And so in this T account or in every transaction, the receiver is debit and giver is credit. We have already learned that from our previous session. Now I am going to give you some examples. You bought a packet of chocolates from Kohl's for $20. This is our first transaction. So how are we going to record this? So you can see that this transaction has debit, which is what is received will be debited. So we received the chocolates for $20. So we have debited chocolates here and we credited cash, we gave cash. So cash is credited and it's also for $20. So each transaction will have the same value as debit and credit ultimately. Then the next example is you sold a bicycle for $400. So in this transaction, we are giving the bicycle and receiving the cash. So the cash account is debited for $400 and bicycle account is credited for $400. Third transaction is you paid 1 week rent for $500 to your landlord. So this one will be, again, we are receiving some service, which is rent. We are taking the house as rent and we are giving cash. So rent is debited for $500 and cash is credited for $500. And our last transaction here is you earned $200 for working at a restaurant on the weekend. So here again, we are receiving cash for $200 and we are giving service. So service is credited for $200 and cash is debited for $200. Did everyone understand this so far? Any question there?
Yes. No. All good.
All good. Mutasina and Tasina? Good?
All good.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Now, you can see that I have recorded the transactions in here. I have created 5 accounts, 5 T accounts with these titles like chocolates, cash, bicycle, rent, salary. So I have put the debit and credit side under each account. And also you can see that in cash, since I have used the cash account for multiple transactions, I have put multiple entries under the cash account, some entries on the debit side where I debited the cash, and some entries on the credit side where I credited the cash. And then I aggregated the debit part and the credit part, and I have also put a thought bubble here. You can see that here the debit is $600 and credit is $520. So debit is more than credit. How much more? $80 more. So the balance is $80 debit. This one is important because you need to carry this balance of $80 debit to the trial balance to make the trial balance properly. Otherwise, the trial balance is not going to balance. So trial balance is the summary, you can guess, of all these transactions that I'm going to record. So everyone can see all the entries here. Do I need to explain, or do you need any explanation or anything you need to know from this? Everyone? Tasina? Any problem? Yes? Your microphone is off. I can hear you. Yeah.
I think I'm okay.
Oh, you understood? Okay. Mutasina, did you understand?
Yep.
Okay. Magnus understood? Okay. So
Yes.
then you can see the trial balance, which looks like this. So in the trial balance, since it is one kind of statement, you put the name of the person or the company at the top for whom you are going to make this trial balance. Then you are going to say unadjusted trial balance as of some date, some cutoff date. It is written as unadjusted in the first place because at the end of the accounting period or month or day or year, whatever, you need to make some more adjustments and then get the final trial balance, because other transactions will also come up to the end. So until and unless we reach the end, we call it unadjusted. Then you can see that this trial balance has 3 columns. First one is the account name, the name of the accounts that I have used, and then the debit column and the credit column. So you can see that to fill in this debit and credit column, we need to carry the balances from the respective accounts, from the T accounts to this trial balance. So we go to the previous slide and we can see that we had cash as $80 debit as balance. So we have put cash $80 debit. See, everyone can see?
Yes.
Okay. And then we put chocolates as $20 debit because chocolate was $20 debit here. Then bicycle, $400 credit. So bicycle is $400 credit here. Then rent is $500 debit. You can see rent here, $500 debit, and salary was $200 credit. So salary is $200 credit here. So now we are going to total the columns of debit and credit of this trial balance, and we can see that when we add the entries, we can find $600 as the total for the debit column and $600 as the total for the credit column. So the main role of trial balance is to balance all the transactions and test whether you have recorded the transactions properly. If the trial balance has the same balance on the debit side and credit side, you've done a good job. Okay. Okay. Now an official trial balance, the trial balance made by the big companies, look like this. They have hundreds of accounts and they have hundreds of entries. So you can see that their trial balance has a more professional look. Now we will go to the sample transactions. So first of all, I would like to invite volunteers. Okay, so we have 8 transactions. Who is going to do the first transaction for me? Tasina, very good. Thank you. So let's do the first one. It says I earned $500 for the weekend shift. So what are we going to use? Which accounts are we going to use for this entry?
$500 for weekend shift. So I am providing service,
Mhm.
if I'm not wrong, for my shift. So 500 cash I am receiving, and that will be debit. And another one will be service, $500 equal credit.
So we can look at the solution. Oh, I didn't put the solution, sorry. So it's fine. You have rightly identified the accounts and you have rightly identified, told me the $500 entry. Thank you. Congratulations. Then number 2, who's going to do number 2 for me? Mutasina?
Do it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So I bought a dress for $50 in cash.
Yes.
So the $50 in cash, that's credit. And then the dress is also $50, that's debit.
Thank you very much. Excellent. Then third one is for Nadmus. Your turn. So third one is I sold 3 cupcakes for $90 in cash.
So the cupcakes are sold for $90.
Mhm.
So 3
Cash.
cupcakes, so yes, in cash. So therefore that is
Cash is
$90 because I'm earning $90 from selling the 3 cupcakes. Therefore it is it's a debit.
Cash is debit. Yes, you're right. And cupcakes are
And the cupcakes are the credit.
credit. Thank you very much. Number 4. Back to Tasina. I paid a credit card loan of $100 with cash. Please.
I paid a credit card loan of $100 with cash. So this one, cash is going out. So cash is credit, and loan account is debit.
Thank you
The
very
same
much.
amount.
Thank you. Mutasina, number 5.
So I borrowed $200 from my friend for paying my fees. The $200 I borrowed from my friend is debit, and paying my fees is credit.
Thank you very much. Number 6, Najmus.
I sold an old laptop for $550 but received a check to be cashed after 1 week.
Yeah.
Um,
So I didn't receive cash instantly. Okay. You
so
have to use accounts receivable.
okay, yeah. So the old laptop I sold for $550. So the laptop is credit, and the $550 that I get for it is
And
your debit.
not getting the cash right now. You have to use accounts receivable. Remember from the last session?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you forgot.
It's
Never
account
mind. It's
receivable,
fine.
yeah.
Okay. Then back to Tahsina, number 7.
I bought 1 month subscription for YouTube Premium, for which I have to pay $220 after 1 year.
Yeah.
So that is accounts payable, I suppose.
Yes.
I have to use.
Rightly identified.
So I am getting the subscription. So subscription account 220 debit, and accounts payable 220 credit.
Thank you very much. And last transaction with Mutasina.
Yep. So I lent $250 to a friend to be repaid by her at the end of the month. So the $250 that I'm giving to my friend is Is that accounts payable?
I lent, so you gave 250. So
Yeah.
you are supposed to receive 250.
Okay. So the 250 that I'm supposed to receive, is that accounts receivable?
Yes.
Okay. And me lending it to her,
So it's cash.
is that credit?
Yeah. So you are giving
Credit?
her cash, yes, credit, and accounts receivable is debit.
Oh, good.
Okay, that's it. So everything is fine. So you have learned it properly. You've done an excellent job. Now we can see that chart of accounts is there. Chart of accounts is the list of accounts used by an organization, and it has certain balance types, like assets are always debit, liabilities are credit, revenues are these are the usual balances. So I'll give you these slides so that you can further study and get prepared for the next session. Okay, and lastly, I will do another thing, which is the trial balance. So I'll go to the 1 minute. I'll stop sharing for this moment, and I'll give you the wait. So I'm giving you a where is it? Yeah. So I'm giving you an Excel file to show. I'll show you how to do the trial balance. So let's do the trial balance. We'll do it quickly because yeah. Okay. So you can see. So I have the sheet prepared here already. So you can see. I'll share my screen again. Share screen. Yeah. Okay, so you can see all the entries here. I'll delete the entries and do it again with you. Trial balance. Okay, so we'll make the trial balance here. Trial balance. Okay. Then we will do the debit, we will do the credit, and the account. Okay. Then, oh, sorry guys. Sorry for the glitch. Okay. So now we will just transfer the balances and you will see how they will match. Okay. This one. Okay. Yeah. So I earned $500 for the weekend shift. So it's going to be like this. $500 for the weekend shift. So we are going to use $500 for the weekend shift. $500, you said it was salary, right? And
Salary.
cash was debit, $500. Okay. Then we did, then dress for $50 in cash. So dress account is debited for $50. I'm sorry. $50 is credited. So in this one, we will minus $50 because we are spending $50. And dress is $50 debit, done. Then we did 3 cupcakes for $90 in cash. So cupcakes is $90, and we are selling cupcakes, so it's $90 you've said, and we are receiving $90 cash, right? So we will add $90 here. And then we have done credit card loan. We have paid $100 with cash. So we are paying loan, $100 in cash. So we are minusing cash, and our loan is credited. Sorry, loan is debited. Yeah, you've said that. And then I borrowed 200 from my friend for paying my fees. You said that fees I borrowed, so $100 we received. Okay, $100 we received. And our loan also increased by $100. Okay. So it's credit. And oh, not 100, it's 200, sorry. 200. It's 200. And then we did, okay, up to this point, we will stop here because our session time is running out. So I'll record only up to number 5, the transactions, and I'll show you how this has balanced. Okay. So we will do this one equals sum, this one, and sum, this one. So you can see that the trial balance has the same balance on both the sides. Can everyone see? Yes? Okay, very good. So in this way, we can make a trial balance and we can test whether our recording of the transactions was okay or not. Okay. Now, after this one, as we have reached the end of the session, we are going to have a short quiz. So everyone ready?
Yep.
Okay. So please take your notebooks out and write the answers in your notebook. And when you will be given 10 minutes for this quiz, at the end of this 10 minutes, I will go through the questions and then see how many of you got how many of the questions right. Okay? Okay. So please get your notebook and your pens out and write the answers to this short quiz questions.
Meanwhile, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
So here we saw that you have skipped the T account step. You have directly you give entry to the trial balance and you balance it. So this is also we can do this if we are
In a
very
hurry.
much
Yeah.
in a hurry and very much adapt with the transactions.
Yeah, when you
So,
are experts, then you can do this.
Yeah. All right. So T accounts is not a must every time
No,
to reach the trial balance.
yeah, they are not. But in the case of organizations where you are going to work, you will have hundreds of transactions. Then you will not be able to do it in the shortcut way that I have shown you. You will still have to use the T accounts to get it right on the first attempt. Okay.
All right.
So
All right.
yeah, you won't be able to take that risk.
Mhm.
That's
Thank
a good
you.
question. Welcome. That's a good question. Very good. Although I have given you 10 minutes, if you finish before 10 minutes, just let me know. Finished already?
I'm done. Yeah.
Thank you, Tansina. What about the other two?
Still going?
Still going.
I'm done.
Thank you, Tansina. What about Nazmus? Your mic is off.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it's done. It's
Okay.
complete.
Yeah. So let's discuss. We're running out of time. So each transaction has two sides. What did you write, Tansina?
Yeah, debit and credit.
That's okay. Everybody wrote this? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. When cash is received, it is
Debit.
Credit?
credit. Okay. So Mutasina, cash is received. Receiver is always debit. So
Receipt is always debit.
yeah,
It's
you have
my
to.
bad.
I think you were confused. Okay. When loan is adjusted, it is
That's credit.
Loan is adjusted debit. Sorry, loan is adjusted, that is credit. Yeah.
okay. Thank you. Nanmus, you got it?
Yes.
Okay. A T account summarizes all something entries of a single account.
Journal entries?
Journal entries. That's correct. Everybody got it?
Mhm.
Yes.
When we have given cash for a purchase done in credit previously, we debit something and credit something to reverse the previous transaction. What do we debit and credit?
Mm. Accounts payable and cash.
Accounts payable, yeah, and cash, yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Then when we earn money as salary, our salary account is?
Credited.
Okay, thank you. Mutasina, you're not speaking up. When T accounts debit balance is $100 and credit balance is $80, the aggregate balance of T account is $20. What?
Debit?
Yes, thank you. Last one, Najmus will say, okay? When we purchase something in credit, we debit the purchased good and credit what?
Mm,
Najmus? Last one. We debit the purchased good and credit what?
and we credit the
You don't know?
no.
Accounts payable? Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, now you know. Okay. So
Mm.
that it marks the end of the short quiz. So how much did you get? Tasina, how much did you get?
The presentation was very good and very easy to understand.
Oh, you're
but,
giving me feedback. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, and I think I need more of the transactions to practice
Practice. Okay.
on my own,
What about
so that I
Mutasina?
can get, yeah.
Thank you. What about Mutasina? What do you think?
I think out of the 8 questions, I probably got like 7 out of 8 because I think I got
very
one.
nice,
wrong.
very nice. And what do you
Um,
think about the session as a whole?
the session was wonderful, was lovely. It was really easy going. It flowed really well. The only thing, like Tahsina mentioned, since I already got one question wrong, I might need to practice some more because, as you said before, I kept getting confused. So yeah,
Okay.
that's all.
And Nanmus, what's your feedback?
Your presentation was lively, but you should be technically like sound to handle Zoom sessions.
Yeah, you can see I sometimes fumble during screen sharing and things like that. Good to mention that. Thank you. I'll work on it. Definitely. So thank you guys. Thanks for being at the session. So it was wonderful to have all of you with me, and I'll give you more homework, and please get prepared for the next session. And we did the golden rule of accounting, the T account, the trial balance. We will practice more because this is not easy. It's a complex thing. It's the basic of accounting. So we have learned this, I think, nicely. So thank you very much. Looking forward to see you guys again. Thank you.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.